I'd like to call this meeting in order at 12:03. Clerk, please call the roll, or please establish a quorum
Thank
and read
you.
the agenda.
Good afternoon. I call to order a special meeting for the purpose of a closed session. We have a quorum of council members in chambers. There are 7 items on the agenda. I do have 1 speaker on the closed session agenda. The first item is Public Employee Performance Evaluation, Government Code Section 54957B1, Title City Auditor. Item 2 is Conference with Labor Negotiators, Government Code Section 54957.6. Agency Designated Representative is Mayor Kevin McCarty. Unrepresented Employee is City Auditor. Item 3 is Public Employee Performance Evaluation, Government Code Section 54957B1, Title is City Clerk. Item 4 is Conference with Labor Negotiators, Government Code Section 54957.6. Agency Designated Representative is Mayor Kevin McCarty. Unrepresented Employee is City Clerk. Item 5 is Public Employee Performance Evaluation, Government Code Section 54957B1, Title is City Treasurer. Item 6 is Conference with Labor Negotiators, Government Code Section 54957.6. Agency Designated Representative is Mayor Kevin McCarty, and Unrepresented Employee is City Treasurer. Item 7 is Conference with Labor Negotiators, Government Code Section 54957.6. Designated representatives are Marquisha Smith, Aaron Donato, and Tim Davis, and employee organizations are Sacramento Police Officers Association. Our 1 speaker is Lambert Davis.
This is my first closed meeting, and my family signed me up to speak. It looks like 3 different times plus this. Is that right? Because that's what I have. I have the receipt here, but I can speak on whatever that is. What is it called? Because it's not on my paperwork that I'm supposed to speak until these items.
So you're speaking on the closed session agenda. It is performance employee evaluation for the city auditor,
Yes.
the city clerk, the city treasurer, and then it's also conference
Yeah.
with labor negotiators.
But then it also has me scheduled to speak on the other 3. So I'll just speak on this. First of all, am I going to be called again? I should be back up here again.
Sir, you can speak on up to 4 items.
Right. Okay. First of all, my time, okay. The reason I came is because my family told me about Minty Cuppy being up for a raise. Automatically, I said, I'll be there. Why? Because during the pandemic, this is important. During the pandemic, she was inside the chamber. How do I know? Because we weren't allowed to come in. We had to call in, and she was accepting the calls, and she had 2 people sitting here. I don't know if it was these 2, but it was 2 people. And that got my attention. I said, man, here it is, a pandemic, and she's in there. So and I've always said, based on everything I see at City Hall, she should be the highest paid. She also should be on a hiatus for 6 years, from 2020, the beginning of COVID, until today. And working remotely, I bet you she can do it. A lot of people who were on the rostrum the last time, when they were working during COVID, they had difficulties with technology. But I bet you she won't. And the auditor, I hope I get to speak later, but outstanding auditor.
Okay, we would like to adjourn at 12:07. Is that city auditor?
This is item 1, Public Employee Performance Evaluation, City Auditor.
Yeah, this is definitely my first and last closed meeting, because I'm semi-confused, but I know what the computer sent me as a receipt. Now, number 1, it says City Auditor. I wish she was here, but she doesn't have to be here. I found out about her when she was the assistant to the guy who was the original auditor that I encountered. His name was Jose something. He was outstanding. I was stunned he came out with the report he did, because I was trying to figure out how could he be working for the city and come out with those actual facts like he does. I thought maybe he would get sabotaged or fired or whatever, and I'm just trying to figure out how it's separate. How can the city auditor be separate from what's going on? And people should listen. They shouldn't be talking in here. I know the decorum, and I bet you they're on the payroll. That's very disrespectful. I'm not being paid to come here. I'm here on a principled approach. Now, the city auditor, what I'm so proud of her of is that her and the other guy were able to discover, while Mayor Steinberg was here, shout out to Mayor Steinberg, and I think it was City Councilman Jeff Harris, they were able to confirm that somebody had received a no written agreement, and now we find out later that they didn't even apply, they didn't even submit an application. Can you imagine being paid of taxpayer dollars, unwritten agreement, but then the ultimate slap in the face to a business owner is we found out that they didn't even submit an application? If that's true, you know, it's really disrespectful to be talking. If they don't want to talk, they should go outside.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Does that conclude your public comment?
Completely?
Correct. You spoke on the city auditor and the city clerk. Does that conclude your public comment?
Well, I have two more, but I think I covered it.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. Vice Mayor, you may adjourn.